My name is Dua Akomia. I always get super ecstatic when this segment comes on because that's the only segment that we get to talk about relationships. Today we are going to talk about marriage beyond ceremony. Ooh, there are so many conversations surrounding this. Last week, something that you don't know is that after the segment ends every Thursday, we have a part 2 of air in studio. And last week was no exception. It was really wonderful and beautiful. The submissions that came in, it was super, super amazing. So please, if you want me to read your comments early in the segment, start sending them the moment the conversation starts, okay? How do you feel about flamboyant weddings? Do you think white weddings are important? How do you feel about how traditional wedding has now been transitioned into something more flamboyant than we expected or how we experienced before? Share that with us. Our WhatsApp number is 055-157-5757 or our Facebook page, Joy Prime TV. My guests are beautifully seated. I always say this, ladies first, and so I definitely have to introduce my lady guest for this morning, Reverend Dr. Nanaya Prempe. She's the lead shepherd and founder of Authority Bible Church. Hi, Mommy.
Hi, beautiful Asiedua.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You look good. I love your dress.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And you look lovely.
Thank you very much.
And sexy.
Hey, Gumi. Thank you very much. How are you?
I'm blessed. Blessed beyond curse.
Amen. Amen. We thank God for that. And seated to her right, he's no stranger to us at all. He's become a homely person to us right here on Prime Morning for Let's Talk Relationship. I'm talking about Apostle Emmanuel Nkum, and he's the lead pastor for the Radiant Place. Good morning, Apostle.
Good morning, darling. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm so blessed.
I was telling him that today he didn't come with the sunglasses. Last week it was, I think, Gucci.
Fendi, Gucci.
Yes,
Armani.
yes.
Oh,
Apostle is always giving us designer stuff.
I'm going to make one in Ghana.
That wouldn't be bad. That wouldn't be bad. So, ladies and gentlemen, our guests have been introduced. Please start sending in your comments, and I'll definitely read them in the course of the segment. We are talking about marriage beyond ceremony. First of all, I want us to settle on the definition, the true definition, the actual definition of marriage. Reverend Anaya, I want to start with you.
So thank you very much, and good morning to all the viewers of Joy Prime around the world. Definition of marriage. Therefore a man shall leave his father's home and cleave to a woman who he will call my wife. And the two shall be one.
Right.
Therefore, what God has put together, let no man put asunder. That is marriage. Two people coming together from different backgrounds, definitely, and having an understanding, a common understanding, a common goal, a common target, and a common vision. So, because if you're walking to the left and you bring a woman who intends to walk to the right, there cannot be union.
Ooh.
How can two work together except they agree?
Yeah. So
marriage is all about understanding, agreement. We agree we are different, but we agree that we want to be one. And so far as we want to come to this understanding, I am rich, you are poor. I am beautiful, you are ugly. I am this, but I still want us to be together.
Right.
So you compromise and you understand your differences.
Okay.
You accept your differences and you still agree to live together.
Okay.
And when that happens, people around you may not understand because they are not part of the agreement. It is a covenant between two people. And so when the third person becomes a spectator and wants to be part of the twosome, that marriage is not a threesome, it's a twosome. So when you sit down for people who are not part of the union to
be dictating,
and direct, it will condemn the covenant. So be friend in Yamino, not obi ni ho.
Yes.
So when the two of you went to hide in the corner and say, I love you too, give me a kiss. And then the two of you exchange your own love. And then Osofo comes in and says, hey, you know, but if you stand your grounds, that we appreciate our differences,
right.
We know we are from different backgrounds. There is a movie in the Nigerian movie, I think they call Two Worlds Apart.
Okay. Oh, Two Worlds Apart.
Noah.
Ramsey Noah. Yeah.
That movie taught me a lot what love can do when two people are from different worlds, a royalty and common person.
Yes.
When you still stick your ground.
Yeah.
And so you need to do a lot of convincing to your parents.
Okay.
Otherwise, that royalty and common man or common
it won't work.
It will not work.
All right.
So marriage truly is between two people.
Okay, Reverend Ane. Apostle, Reverend Ane has mentioned one key word that stood out for me was agreeing. You and the person you want to do life with agreeing. Does it always mean that you have to suppress your desires as an individual just so that you can make your partner happy?
Thank you so much. I want to say that when it comes to agreement in marriage, agreement must be based on pre-existing vision in the family. Most people marry by emotions, but emotions expire with time. The chemistry expire with time. The biology expire with time. The physics expire with time.
Okay.
And the scientific know-how of marriage expire with time because progress brings entropy. Timing brings entropy. So it makes people lose the essence of their nature. You see how gorgeous you look.
Yes.
You look at yourself also another 20 years. Yes. You see that you will still look gorgeous, but not as gorgeous as today.
Yes, that's
Are you getting? Even me, sometimes when I look at my stomach, I'm like, oh my God. I was a very nice guy.
Why did you have six-pack?
Yeah, I know. I was close.
You were close?
Yeah, I was close.
Eight pack.
You understand? So interestingly, there must be a vision before compromise.
Okay.
There must be a purpose before compromise. Because a great man of God said, if purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. Then I want to say this again, that if we are then talking about compromise also, then there must be an absolute collaboration of vision, coordination of vision in order for the two people to have compromise. Honestly speaking, I have different school of thought in the area of compromise. Because if both of us are coming together, and then all of us, I am going this way, I'm married to you, so you go this way with me. But by destiny, you have to go that way. Even though I'm going this way. And when I go, I'm going to bring something from that place here. When you go here, you're also going to bring something from this place here. The compromise should be based on the fact that it should not be based on gender. It should be based on productivity, increase, and peace. So then if I feel that my wife is so industrious, intelligent, and is bringing something great home from her place of work, and I'm also doing something, we compromise. Sweetheart, you know what? Let's get a house help to help with the children, okay? And then you will go to work, I will go to work, then we come home together, we spend 1 hour with the children, you know, that level of compromise. So then again, if it's about compromise, there must be one of the areas of the compromise should be compromise of character. Because of the two backgrounds we also come from.
That's true.
And compromise comes through absolute communication, not listening to respond, but listening to understand. Because the reason for lack of compromise is that many people listen
and
to
they are wanting to be quick to respond.
React,
yeah,
but not to understand.
Yeah.
Now, When you don't understand, compromise cannot come. And that's the reason why people have to bring people into their home to settle their marriage, and they realize that what the person is coming to say is what they told each other. But because they did not listen to understand, okay, they had to bring a third party to hear all their excess baggages. You know, so when it comes to compromise, it also has to deal with background. Why? My attitude is not like your attitude. If I ask you the food you like right now, you might mention a food opposite what I like. And so you go to the kitchen and you are cooking and you like fried rice. And me, I like aboma yichi.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes.
And then I can sit on the floor and eat with you. They know. Okay, we can watch alasan, and me and my children, we are, so the daddy, where is the alasan? And you too, maybe you came from a very classic place.
Yes, I want to be doing cutlery. Yes. All those things.
So we can be two different people. Compromise should be like, darling, I know you like this, so you do your this and we do small of this and then all. Let's do this today and we do this one tomorrow, so that every other person will be able to, you know, be happy in the home. Are you getting me?
I get you.
So compromise is a very huge word that I think we have to really talk about it in a broader spectrum, because if there is no compromise, let me tell you this, I have a friend who doesn't like to use the bathroom when the wife is around, because he's too of much of a perfectionist. He doesn't want the person. But after marrying for 15 years, you're still doing that.
What?
I had to tell the guy that you better stop this kind of life. You have to know that this is your wife.
Yes.
And if nobody sees your nakedness, he has to. If nobody smells your whatever, he has to.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And I asked him that, so when you feel like farting, what do? He said, I get up from my sleep and then I go to the bathroom and I do it before I come. I said, you are crazy. There must be a place of compromise. You know, that, you know, you have to be free with a particular person. Have conversation, have communication. I think compromise is strictly based on communication. Let me say this before I turn it over to you. There is a school of thought that when you are getting married, you have to always follow your husband. I don't believe in that.
When you're getting married?
Okay, so maybe in counseling, people will say that you have to follow your husband.
Do everything he says?
Yeah, no. A woman shouldn't be silenced, because most women have a lot of ideologies that make men.
Right.
If God send a woman to come and support you, then there is something in her, there is something she knows,
yes.
There's a way she thinks, there is something she can do that can be a great support to the woman, to the man. Now, most men want the woman to lose themselves. So they can be proud men. Now, if you talk down on your woman, if you destroy her academics, that you don't want her to go to work, you don't want her to go to that school because she can be better than you, how can she be better to support you? And that becomes the major problem we have. So all these things must be built strictly on compromise, values, and virtues.
I love the submissions so far. We are still here on Let's Talk Relationship. We are talking about marriage beyond the ceremony. So we are trying to find, we are defining the true meaning of marriage. And Reverend Anaya has given her wonderful submission. Apostle Emmanuel Nkum also did his. Reverend Anaya, now let's come to the preparations towards the marriage itself. Apostle has mentioned compromising. You also mentioned, you know, coming from different backgrounds and all of that. So the points where you are doing the planning, men usually don't like being involved in the whole planning of a wedding and all that. They will even tell you, you like it now? Men like it now?
Yeah, because of the bills they bring to us.
Really?
Like it now, of course. Apostle? Yes.
Anyways, please, we are waiting for all your comments on our social media platforms. Facebook, it is Joy Prime TV. WhatsApp number is 055-157-5757. Reverend Anaya, let's talk about compromising in the planning of your marriage or your ceremony.
Yeah, so
let's start with that.
Before I give you an answer to that, I like to encourage the people who have been listening to us, watching us.
Yeah.
Many people follow me for many years. They listen to a lot of my submissions, but they are still the same.
Ooh.
They haven't changed. whatever they are hearing. Oh, Reverend, I enjoyed your show. Reverend, what kasapa? Reverend, you are good.
But and they still go back to their old ways.
They are not changing. How are my words impacting your life? Are you still beating that woman? Are you still cheating on your wife? Are you still cheating on your husband? Are you still delaying approaching the woman you love? You will sit there for somebody to grab her. Yesterday, I had a call. I had a call from a young man, 33 years. The lady is 30 years. Since he told the woman he loves her, 2 years now, he hasn't seen the woman. They only talk on the phone. They live in the same town. I said, what is wrong? He said, they are very rich, and I am not rich. So fear has gripped you. Fear has gripped the young man. And he said, oh, Reverend, Bibia, to me, your phone also. Bibia, na be the same.
Reverend, come on,
so you are consummating your love on the phone.
On the phone.
Meanwhile, the young lady lives around you. And he's intimidated.
When they are not married?
Yes. He's intimidated. Okay. So I had to encourage him and ginger him. I said, go out, go to the house, dress well, cut your hair, put perfume on.
Right.
And I could see on the phone that the guy was fired up.
Yeah.
When I spoke to him, I said, don't look down on yourself.
Yeah.
He said, the lady loves me, I love her too, but we are from different worlds. They are very rich. She goes to the US every month twice. Me, I did for this corner or something. They live in a suburb, not in Accra.
Yeah.
So anyway, the preparation towards the marriage. I don't want anyone to put a blanket.
Anna.
Yes.
If somebody is intimidated, okay, about a woman, don't marry her. Don't marry her because you will go and you become a slave in a place where you have to be the head.
Oh, that's why I'm encouraging him. I'm motivating him. I'm counseling him.
No, I think if you lack confidence about the woman, you shouldn't even.
But
go.
you see, the point is confidence can be built. Confidence it's not a character. It's an attribute.
It's true.
You can build it. So that is what I'm doing for him. And also, you should have been on the phone with me yesterday.
I pray he built it.
Oh, the boy felt like jumping on the phone.
Because if you feel infinitesimal and a little bit like down about a woman, and you don't feel like, how can you even kiss her? How can you undress her?
When we get to the break,
confidence.
I'm sure if the woman comes to stand in front of him now, his manship will arise. So don't worry about it.
It's not. Okay.
Okay, let me finish.
Okay, yes.
But you see, confidence can be built, and everything that can be built can also collapse. So don't let your confidence be collapsed. That's why I keep saying that you need to get information. Information builds your knowledge. Knowledge builds your power, and power builds your confidence. So if you need confidence, get information. So I don't want people to put a blanket statement down that men are responsible for marriage. No.
That they have to pay for everything.
No. And you're better not worry.
Oh.
In this modern world, if you are looking for a man who will pay everything, you will remain single till Mary rises from the dead. So, gone are the days when women were just stuck in the kitchen and the bedroom.
Yeah.
Perform kitchen and perform bedroom.
Yeah.
Those days, to my excitement, are gone.
Yeah.
Right now, women are presidents.
Yeah.
So if you are going to marry a woman president, and you are, let's say you are a CEO, or even a board chair, and you are marrying a woman who is the president of a country, are you going to tell me that the woman will cross her legs and ask the board chair to come and take care of that multi-million-dollar wedding? No. The woman is definitely going to be proud to support.
Okay.
Yes, but one thing that I say is never be responsible for the rings.
As a woman?
Yes.
Okay.
Especially your ring, the ring that the woman will wear. Don't buy your own ring.
Okay.
No, don't buy your own wedding gown.
Oh.
Yes. You
the
can
man
go and choose.
Pay for your wedding gown.
The man must pay for your outfit. and pay for your ring.
Okay.
It's okay if the woman supports with the food. It's okay.
Right.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
But so the major things, you know, like the wedding rings and the outfits, the man must, because it also gives his ego a boost when he pays for that thing.
Yeah.
And he feels that he's in charge.
Yeah.
He has married the woman.
Yes.
But if the woman is taking care of all those things, it doesn't give the man the confidence and that ego that he needs. Don't take it away from him. You can help. You can, maybe your uncle owns a venue, an event place. Oh, uncle, please, my husband wants to see you. We want to use your event place for the wedding. Oh, sure, come. And your uncle will give it to you for free. Or maybe he will say, come and pay for the cleaners. You pay 1,000 cedis for the cleaners. That one, let the man pay. Do you understand? And then maybe the car. Maybe your uncle is despite. I'm going to have my wedding. Oh, come to my car museum. Which one do you want? 1920 car or 1960? Do you understand?
Yeah.
So that is why I will never stop talking about building lasting relationships.
Okay.
With relationships, you can have a flamboyant wedding and pay for nothing or almost nothing. So when people go around and say wedding has become expensive, then just go and do your traditional one.
Because that has really been a problem right now. A lot of men are beginning to run from going through that whole marriage ceremony because they believe that a lot of ladies are looking for the dream flamboyant wedding.
Let me tell you, my brother, my oldest brother, Brian, may his soul rest in peace. When he wanted to marry the woman that he truly loves, the list they gave him. So he showed it to me because, you know, I was in the US and when I come, I supported a few things. He showed me the list. I said, so I called I told him to call his lady and I asked the lady to talk to his folks, her folks, because the money he's going to spend on this wedding, he can use it to give you a capital to start a business.
Yeah.
So I spoke to my brother to talk to the young lady. And he spoke to her. She went to her family. They said, bam. They will not reduce it. He never married the lady. Not because we couldn't afford to pay, but the attitude that
yeah.
You know, the man is going to adore your daughter, and that glory will come to your family. So what bread? It is your responsibility, sir. You So you will take good care of your daughter. You don't punish somebody's son because you have suffered. Hey, this daughter, she was premature. She was preemie. See what I've suffered? I've gone through this medication, taking her abroad for treatment. You can't get her for free. Are you selling your daughter? Are you going to marry your own daughter? So please, let's come out of that attitude.
Yeah.
And of course, it's okay for you to let the man know that your daughter is very precious to you. He should take good care of her.
Yeah.
He shouldn't harm her. He should love and cherish, adore, and worship her.
Yeah.
But you don't give a list that will turn suitors away. Because there are many ladies who are unmarried now because the parents refused to reduce the dowry price, and all the goats and the cows and the things. You know, so allow the young man to cherish your daughter and take her home. Once they believe in each other, that they will be able to make it in life, that they are going to succeed together, pray for them, that the success will overflow and come on you as a parent. That's what parents must do.
You know, speaking about that, I chanced on a video on TikTok where it was a Korean wedding and the father of the bride, after walking his daughter down the aisle, before he handed his daughter to the groom, he said, I want you to love my daughter, but the moment you stop loving her, please bring her back to me.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah.
And in the comments, people were like, wow, wow. Perfect. Wonderfully said. Apostle, before I come to you, I want to take a few messages. Good morning, PhD Asari Adentan. I think the traditional marriage is important to me than the Western type. We are Ghanaians, so let's value our culture. He said, good morning again. Please advise some of the women to lower their expectations in marriage. They expect a lot from the men. All right. Reverend, good morning. Thank you all for such teachings. Please, this is a girl in my area or in my church. Okay, maybe in my church, which I really want to approach her. But my problem is, can I tell her I really like her? Just 1 week communication so far. Oh, okay, so maybe you've liked her from afar, and then now you have direct communication with her, and it's just a week. So, but Apostle, I want you to address the first comment. He's saying that, you know, he prefers the traditional ceremony. He doesn't like the Western type of marriage. I remember the last week we were talking about this. I
think that before I come into this, I wanted to say something small about what Reverend Nana was saying.
Okay.
I feel there are a lot of things she said that was so profound.
Yeah.
And I commend most of the things she said.
Yeah.
And one of the things she said that I wanted to reiterate on that is the fact that I feel there is a disparity between when we are getting married in the area of rings. I have a little challenge about that. Ring is not in the Bible anyway, but then it is cultural, and it's not African culture. It is Oyibo culture, but we have adopted it so we can have it if it's okay. But if I'm going to get married to you, I have to buy my ring and give to you as my promise to you. So you have also accepted to marry me, and you are giving me your ring as a promise. Why should a man buy the two rings when it is your own promise you are giving to me?
So the woman should buy her ring.
So the woman should buy the ring for the man.
So the rings you go together. When you're going to buy the rings, you go together.
And the man should buy the ring for the woman.
Yeah, you go together and you both measure. You take measurements.
Yes.
So you go together, you choose your ring, and definitely the rings that the woman chooses has a masculine one.
Yeah.
So it is the woman who chooses the ring she likes.
Right.
Then that ring will come in a set. So automatically, the man will get the male type of that ring.
So
it will be the same ring.
Apostle is talking about the payment.
You have to. The woman, no. How can I, like I have a phone here. I give you the phone, and you use the phone to promise me a phone. And promise me that with this phone, I wed you, or with, what's the meaning of that? I don't know whether the people that were doing it did not sit down and prospectively think about it.
Okay.
And everything from outside, we just take it to be blind, blindly, and then I was in court and look at the way the judges and this are wearing the wig and
in the heat.
Wearing suit and also wearing this dark thing on them. At Africa, dear, we don't have anything on our own. Anyways, so I feel like the woman should buy the ring
of the man.
Okay. And the man should buy the ring of the woman. So to go to the question.
Yes.
You just met a lady. You have been admiring her from afar. You just started speaking to the lady for a week. It is too early to propose to the lady. The lady might not even believe you.
Yes.
The lady might think you are a womanizer and you just want to find a way into her and then come out. So what I would tell the guy is you should be calling all the time, speaking to her all the time, become the friend of the lady, care about the lady.
Usually how long should that possibly take?
It shouldn't be too long, but you will know. You will know when to strike.
Striker.
You will know when to strike.
You will feel it.
You will feel it.
Yeah.
Maybe the lady is ready for me.
That you strike.
No, so because you cannot put a timeline.
Right.
Somebody you met had just been, has just had a heartbreak and is already crying and going through things. And then 1 week or 2 weeks or you saw
God's come and disturb her life with
you just said, I just want to, start my, I've been thinking about it. Are you crazy? I have not even finished mourning the one who broke my heart.
Yes.
And you are coming into. And those things too, if you just go straight like that, she might take solace in you, but she might not love you.
It's true.
Okay, and by the time you realize, she said, I will marry you just to pay back the person who broke her heart. And after you get married, you realize that there is no love, the lady doesn't want to, So I feel like he should take his time and then communicate more, check on the lady, even pray with the lady if she, take her out, buy her stuff and all those things. I think it makes a lot of difference.
Okay, so Apostle, I want you to address the very first question where he was talking about he liking the traditional marriage more than the white.
I feel like the white wedding is not a wedding.
Ooh.
It's not even a marriage. It has no spiritual significance.
Ooh.
It has no cultural significance. It only has economic significance.
What?
Yes. It has no significance. It is the exact, precise definition of lack of self-esteem for African people.
I disagree, Papa.
And then I like the way she's like, so that we can talk about it.
Yeah, because like, at this point, I think I'll just leave it for you.
And I want to say that the reason I'm saying that is because marriage itself is cultural and family.
Apostle, before you continue on that, you were saying that the white wedding does not have spiritual significance.
It has no spiritual significance.
It has a lot of
not even one spiritual significance. Okay, we say white wedding. What is the meaning of white wedding?
Yes, sir, white.
Yeah, you're wearing a
white gown on a lady you have already slept with. Do they even know the meaning of white wedding?
What's the meaning, please?
White wedding in the olden days, they were doing that with the white dress because the lady is a virgin. And you take the lady to the house. You make love to the lady whilst the lady is wearing the white. And then when the blood comes out, the lady changes and removes the clothes. It was a cultural thing. And then it shows that I am no longer a virgin because I'm now married.
So that was where white wedding was derived from.
So it was derived from, it is an ancient Jewish culture.
Okay.
But when the white people took over, they were not doing it based on the fundamentals of it.
Yeah.
They were now doing it based on the luxury aspect of it.
Okay.
And to be honest with you, white wedding is white people's culture.
That one we all agree.
Okay. It's white people's culture that have no spiritual significance on us. Wedding itself is the two families agreeing together and saying that this, my daughter, I want to give her hand to you in marriage. Give me this phone and she's your wife. And it is done. That person becomes your wife.
You don't even have to necessarily exchange rings in any way.
No, exchanging rings and all those things. It is irrelevant. People following you, it is irrelevant. Blowing trumpet, all those things, it's irrelevant. People dancing around, it's irrelevant. In fact, God sees marriage when a family, especially a father, hand over the daughter or to you to say, this is my daughter. With the mother sitting there in agreement, we want to give our daughter to you. And I want to tell you that if you can bring this, and that, she is your wife. And we pray for both of you to go. It is done. Then the spiritual significance is if you are a Christian, your pastor should be there. Which is the traditional marriage, your pastor should be there. And I think pastors should rise up to go to a meeting and cancel all this white stupid weddings that we are having, which is putting so much of a burden on people that has no spiritual significance. No traditional significance. No significance. It is just for somebody to feel good that I have worn white. Now what that now one shower and then white now we show watari. So what is the meaning of all these things that people wear? And then you have this bridesmaid. And the amazing aspect of it is that look, In tradition, you will see people wearing dress and dancing, about 10 people following each other in that white wedding, which has nothing to do with God, nothing to do with our culture, nothing to do with anything. Because if we had wedding in John chapter number 2, that wedding was a Jewish wedding based on Jewish culture. So in Africa, we have our African wedding. That is our traditional marriage.
Okay.
That is what is marriage.
Okay.
Because if we are following Americans, then we don't need family. Do you know why? Most American people get married without families.
They do. Even the person that officiates the wedding usually are not men of God. They are not pastors. Regular people can officiate the weddings.
I was in Las Vegas. That's why their marriage doesn't. I was in Las Vegas. I was doing the crusade for Church of Pentecost, Las Vegas. They were doing their convention. I got there. And then I saw some cars driving through somewhere, and I asked the pastor, Charlie, these cars are they selling some food here? He said no. They are doing drive-through wedding. Drive-through marriage.
Yeah.
Drive-through marriage. So you go there, they take your card, and then you say the vow whilst you are in the car, and then you sign, the person sign.
By the time you get to the other window, your certificate is ready. They hand it over to you, you are married. So they say what happens in Las Vegas remains in Las Vegas. What I'm trying to say in the nutshell is that when you say yes, you are it is irrelevant economically. It can render people bankrupt. It can cause conflict in marriage. It can destroy and distort people's mindset. It can literally take the joy of marriage.
Apostle, please, before you were saying something that with a traditional marriage, if you're a Christian, your pastor should be there.
Your pastor should be there. And when your pastor is there, what you do is that your pastor, after they are done, will now help people to exchange your rings if you seem to do it. And then pray over the Bible and give to you. Both of you kneel down, and the pastor and the elders of the church will lay their hands on you and pray for you. And it is over. You come to church on the Sunday morning, and then you say, yes, sister, they just going to get married, and they have been put together. And what the Lord has put together, let no man put asunder. And after you go home and make babies, go home and live your life, go home and build your destiny, build houses, do great things, even for yourself. And take that money tomorrow, that money you would have used for those crazy, stupid white wedding, invest that money. And I'm useless in wedding on this television today because it is not our culture, it is not anything, it is not in the Bible, it is not, because marriage is cultural specific, not white people. It is culture specific. And it's not white wedding. Marriage is culture specific. So everybody that is hearing me today, if you're a man and the woman is fighting, I want to do a wedding, and you know that it will render you bankrupt, I'm telling you, love is not enough for marriage. You must marry a sane woman who will listen to you, who will understand you. Because if a woman will not listen to you on the ceremony, the woman will not listen to you on marriage proper when you get married to her. So be very careful and don't allow your emotions to make you sell your destiny. Your future and your destiny is more important. What you feel will expire, but what you know, who you are, and how the people listen to you, the person listen to you and agree with you, and you become frugal to secure your future is more important than the feelings of today.
My goodness. Okay, he deserves a standing ovation right now.
You see, Asofo, when he started off saying irrelevant, I wasn't understanding.
Yes.
After the final submission, I was a pound show, no.
At this point,
it's a Yapon. Because right now, what he said is going to affect the Marriage Act in Ghana. Because where you get married must be gazetted.
Yes.
The one who officiates the marriage must be gazetted.
Yes.
So that means if traditional marriage is going to be the norm, that means we don't need any gazetting. Because if I'm getting married in my home, are you telling me that I have to take my home to Ghana Publishing Corporation and gazette my home as a venue for marriage, or go to AMA and gazette? So it changes the dynamics of the act, changes the dynamics of the legal standing of marriage in Ghana.
I want to come in because of something I know about it. If it comes to marriage, customary marriage is our marriage.
Yes.
So that one too is accepted to be married.
Yeah.
Even though it is not gazetted, it is still accepted to be married.
Okay.
Okay, but then if you want to go and then sign at the court, okay, or you want to sign those things, that is when it is gazetted. But you see, it is a law.
No, but
it can be changed to suit our culture.
An officer of the court.
That's what I'm saying, that it is a law. But it can be changed to suit our culture.
So that
we cannot always take the culture of people and impose it on our people when it does not tarry with our
Because I was going to ask, I was about to ask that, why is it that the customary marriage isn't gazetted? Why is it on the white
wedding? Well, because you cannot go to Kofi Ase, as Auntie Mampong Kofi Ase, and go and gazette my family home and say, because you want to sign an ordinance, I have to come here and make sure that this is a venue that is appropriate. You know, I cannot go to Kofi Ase and get that done. So it changes the dynamics of their game, meaning that we have to review the act.
That is what I
Do you understand? Because what is...
I give you stand ovation for this one.
Sorry.
We need to review the act.
We need to review the act because obviously, listen, I mean, I've been doing counseling for a while now. Some men are so down because the woman is waiting for white wedding because her sister had a big wedding.
Yes.
So she wants to be better than her sister.
Sometimes, even if it's not the bride or the woman herself, the parents of the bride.
The parents of the bride.
The mother of the bride.
Yes, because her sister's daughter, was married to a rich man's son.
She should sponsor it.
Yeah. So the parents, please, chillax. Chillax, parents. And save that money for your blessed daughter to start a big business.
Okay.
Rather than, listen, you know, when I was married about 30 years ago, I went to borrow the wedding gown. I borrowed the bouquet. I borrowed everything. The only thing I didn't borrow was the ring and the cake. Okay, because of the circumstances that surrounded that marriage.
Okay.
But today, if you are telling a young lady to go and rent even an outfit for a marriage and take it back, she'll say wedding attempt. So there are some families that will never agree to just a traditional marriage. I know there are some families that are so endowed with wealth.
Yeah.
That want to show their wealth.
Yeah.
That want to even fly people to Dubai,
Paris, and all of that.
To have a lavishing wedding for their special daughter and her man. They don't mind paying, chartering a flight to fly family members. So there are some parents like that.
Okay.
Listen, if that is what you want to do, it be your own money, it be you where you go chop them. Chop them, nyafu nyafu. But don't allow, if you are a young man, just like Apostle said, do not allow the pressures of marriage to push you down or to make you forgo a love that you have for a woman.
Okay,
Reverend. The traditional marriages, some of them have started making it so
very
expensive.
Lavish. Very, very lavish.
So expensive.
Now it's become something else.
The traditional, they don't have you know, with some beats.
Rev, okay, so our time is up. I wanted to give you, some time to say what you have to say to our viewers before.
Let me say what I want to say.
Yeah, exactly.
To me, every Thursday, you listen to me, you admire me, you love me with your mouth. And I invite you to come and worship with me at Authority Bible Church. And you say, remember, Ronald, I'll look for you. Blossom, I'll look for you. Asedua, I'll look for you. Sheila, Brenda, I'll look for all of you on Sunday, 3 p.m.
Okay.
Nomiensa at La Palm Royal Beach Hotel. Okay. Don't say it's an expensive hotel, so you won't come.
Yeah.
I want you to come and you also become rich. So come to Authority Bible Church every Sunday, 3 p.m. and come and worship with us. I can't wait to see you.
Okay, all right, Apostle.
All right, I would also like to invite everyone watching me today to the Radiant Place.
Yeah.
We meet at the Penkwa Total Filling Station, opposite the Tessano Papaye. So if you come, I believe that it's going to be a blessing. We are doing a new series altogether. It's so powerful. Ooh. You can't afford to miss it. You can call us on 0246 32 89 84. 0246 32 89 84. Remember, if Jesus is not in your marriage, it has already crushed.
My goodness.
If your attitude is bad, your marriage is already crushed. Work on your God factor and your attitude. And your marriage will enjoy the altitude of life.
And this is the end of Let's Talk Relationship and the end of today's edition of Prime Morning. My guest for Let's Talk Relationship, Reverend Dr. Nanaya Prempe. She's the lead shepherd for Authority Bible Church, and Apostle Emmanuel Nkum. He's the lead pastor for the Radiance Place. Thank you so much for your time this morning. And thank you, viewers, every single one of you. We come your way again tomorrow at 6 a.m. sharp. My name is Esiedua Akomia. Rosemary Feli was here with me as well. So please take care of yourself and enjoy the rest of your day.